How are you today?
I am good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good.
That's great. Great. We are back with another banging episode of Woke Conversations. Yep, it's episode 12. Hey, we are bowling. Like, we are now making numbers.
Yep.
12 episodes of the first season. Shout out to our subscribers, viewers, and the people who like. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey, shout out to you.
Welcome back, people, and thank you for the support.
Yeah,
we really appreciate.
Much appreciated.
Yes.
Much appreciated.
Yes.
But then, hey, how was your week?
My week was okay. It was quick. It went by very quick. But yeah, it was okay. How was your week?
My week was great. My week was great. It wasn't too cold this time. I guess. And for like the whole week. So yeah, it was okay. That's good. The only fucked up part was the load shedding part. Like, it's very, very fucked up. Like, it's crazy how Eskom is not managing. Like
I don't think this situation can be fixed, hey?
Yeah, it's not gonna be fixed anytime soon.
Yeah.
And it's affecting everybody, and also the cost of living.
Literally.
It's not only about electricity too, hey? Like things. Everything.
Have you seen the price of oil?
Yeah, it's expensive. I think
cooking is a luxury these days.
Even that the smallest one, what's that? 500 milliliters.
Oh yeah.
I think it's above $20 now.
Imagine.
Imagine. But then, hey, it's crazy how things are. The cost of living is too high.
Yes, and the crazy part is people's salaries are not increasing.
Yeah.
The price of everything keeps on increasing, but then people are still earning the same money. Yet people are even losing their jobs because companies can't handle these expenses anymore. They have to retrench people.
The country is really struggling. Hey? Yeah. I don't know why they abandoned the COVID restrictions. Because are the vaccines working?
Isn't
I never got vaccinated. Did you get vaccinated?
That's confidential.
But then I think I still need motivation
to vaccinate.
To vaccinate, because I still don't see reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know anything about medicine and stuff like that. But I feel like our bodies are now used to these viruses, and our bodies have built mechanisms to fight off these viruses. So I don't think even if you are unvaccinated, you can, get sick anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because when you catch COVID, I'm sure it will just seem like a little bit of flu.
But then I guess
because your body can fight it off now.
For safety purposes, just gotta do what the government recommends and get
not all the time. No, so you shouldn't always follow orders. You should have a brain of your own. Think for yourself. Do what you feel like is comfortable for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then hey, we are controlled.
There's
no way to go around that.
Yeah,
things like jobs, you have to be vaccinated to get jobs and stuff.
Because most people, I remember, they were forced. Most people were forced to get vaccinated, literally, because their jobs were forcing them. It's either you get vaccinated or you lose your job. It's either you get vaccinated or you don't get registered to a certain institution. So they were literally forcing people to get vaccinated, but it's whatever. He's still alive.
Yeah, he was still alive.
Yeah.
But then, what do you think about the latest situation on parenthood? Like, how do you think parenthood is surviving these conditions?
I don't know. Hey, I feel like a lot of parents are struggling.
It is a struggle. And
it is a struggle.
To even think that there are even parents who are single parents.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
It's pretty much sad, and it's so unfortunate because this affects the kids.
Yeah,
because kids, they learn whatever they learn from at home. So if a parent is stressed, obviously a parent will act a certain way, and that affects the kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even with the way stress leads to a person lashing out and stuff like that. So even the way you speak to a child, they get used to that, and they act out as that.
Yeah, because
like,
that's
if you
what
constantly
they see.
call the child a fool, I believe one way or the other, the child will definitely start acting out like a fool, because you as the parent,
treating other people like fools, thinking other people are fools.
Yeah, like they inherit that behavior from
home.
parents.
But it also goes with mentalities. Eh? There are kids who come from fucked up families, but then they still have their mind on their own, and they are able to survive that cycle, that like toxic cycle.
Oh yeah, they don't inherit that side.
So we will never know.
It's hard being a parent.
It is.
At this day and age, it's hard being a parent.
It is. I don't know anything about parenting, but what I feel like parents should think about is every action you do affects your kid.
Yeah.
So everything that happens in your life affects your kid. So parents should think about that. I feel like parents should think about that.
It's always in their mind, I think, because a child is a part of you. So you don't really forget that you have a child or something like that. So it's always in your mind that each and everything that I do as a parent affects my kid. Well, I think it should be always in their mind. Like, what else are you thinking about if you're not thinking about that as a parent? It's hard to ignore the fact that you have a kid, but then you can't really control situations. Let's say you are a good parent and your kid is not as good. Like, you can't really control how they behave. Either way. Even if you are good, they can be bad.
True. The kids who have everything they need in life, good parents, everything, but then they troublemakers. And like, whose kid are you? Your parents is so sweet and stuff like that. So we'll never know. I guess it goes with the person's mind. Like,
doesn't the status matter? Like, are you like how well are you? Are you a rich kid, or your situations are really not that well? Does that the environment you grew up in, does that really matter?
I feel like people are who they are based on their experiences. Yeah, so with rich kids too, I feel like they have everything they need, but then because they lack, probably attention and stuff like that, they act out.
From attention from their parents.
Yeah, most rich kids, well, from what I see and from what I read and the documentaries I watch, most rich kids, that's the problem mainly. They don't get enough love from their parents.
The parents are mostly too much invested into work.
Yeah, they're making money. Like,
but that's the attitude. Hey, you gotta make up.
Yeah, so the struggles are, I'm depressed because my parent is not around. And with poor kids, we depressed because we don't have food.
Yeah, like the situations differ. Like we have all the attention we need.
Yeah.
But then the situation, like, you can't go out as much as you would want. You can't just up and go to buy an iPhone when you feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get by.
Yeah.
So I guess so. The environment does matter, but then there are those who really get inspired with their situations.
Yeah, like, and they pull through.
Yeah, they pull through. Like, it drives them to get out of the ghetto and make something out of themselves.
I like hearing those stories of I'm the first in my family to do whatever.
To do this and that.
Yeah, that inspires me as well, because like it shows that you can turn your situation around, and
you don't have to bear the generational curse of a family of not being academic.
Yeah.
Do you think there is something like that? Can you inherit something simply because it's what's been done generationally?
I don't know. Hey, life is weird. There's a lot of shit I can't explain. I can't explain why I'm breathing right now.
Yeah, it's
so it's really hard not to believe that could be possible. I feel like that is possible. Because religiously, they say that can happen. When you go to people believe in sangomas and stuff, they're saying, okay, that can happen. People who believe in modern, like, mediums and stuff, they believe that can happen. So, yeah, you can inherit. Just like how you inherit your parents knows. you know. So I feel like you can. I don't know, but to be honest, I don't know. But yeah. What do you think?
I also think it's possible because I think what matters most is the attitude, like the mentality.
Mm-hmm.
If you also just think that oh no, this is how things are, and like how things have been, it just means they'll always be like this. So in a way, you just grow into that kind of mentality that I won't reach this certain step because nobody has ever reached.
That's when you change your life.
Yeah,
that's when you change your life. That's when you become, I'm the first in my family too, because your mentality shifted from that toxic cycle that is happening around you. Yeah. Isn't it crazy though? As much as we know, we don't really know shit about anything. I feel like nobody knows anything about anything.
You can never know enough. Like you can never know enough. I feel like knowledge itself is very broad. Like
what's knowledge? What's knowledge?
Knowledge. I think it's knowing and understanding what you know in a way. Like knowing and understanding what you know, that comes with obviously knowing what you like. Knowing what you know means something. So in that way, you're able to, let me say, maybe you have knowledge about life. According to you, how you know it will be how you live life.
So you only know what you know.
Yeah, you only
you don't know anything. Because you just know what you know.
Yeah, you just know what you know. That's what I think it is.
It's crazy. Hey, you don't know. You don't know shit. It's crazy how
there's also wisdom. Aren't they the same? Like, aren't they described in the same way?
I think they are, but wisdom is when you have, deep knowledge. Wisdom is when you have deep knowledge in something and you have the power to give that wisdom. Isn't like to know something and then know how to share it as well. That's wisdom. Wise people. That's why they usually regard like old people as wise, because they've experienced, all these experiences through life. So they know. And they can tell you because they know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's when you have wisdom. I guess wisdom is when you know and you speak from your experiences mostly. Yeah.
So it's what you know. It can never be right or wrong. Can it?
I feel like what you know is right to you. It might not be right to the world, but then it is right to you.
That's another thing. Like, who does it have to be right to?
To you.
But then, is it the same thing as our society? Like, do they take it the same way?
Definitely not. Especially if it's not normal. What you know and how you live life is not normal. The society obviously is gonna judge you. But that's when you should be like, fuck the society. I know what I know, so you can't really judge me on anything because you never walked my shoes, have you?
So yeah, it's knowledge is really about experiences.
Yeah, and learning. Knowledge is also about learning.
Yeah, but then let's take it with parents, right? Parents do have knowledge, but then I believe most of how people are raised or how people from the rural areas are raised, it's strictly within the perimeters of their place. Like, it's hard to have a parent that I would say it's not too rural. I don't know how to put it. But then parents get to be too rural when they're not explored to knowledge in educational side or books or things like that. So things would be done in the most rural way, like the most rural way.
It's because that's the knowledge they know. Because that's what they got.
That's what they got.
That's what they got from their parents, and their parents, they got it from them. You know how black people were oppressed.
Oh yeah.
We're still oppressed.
In a way, yeah.
In a way, we still are. So that's, even though they don't have full knowledge, that's their form of knowledge.
And it's crazy how even without the book knowledge, the book and knowledge, they are able to handle everything. Like I feel like black parents or mostly parents from the hood are able to sustain the hardest conditions into raising their kids. Like they go through the most, but then even through that, they're able to make it. Like they're able to produce good kids, like kids who are even eager to go to school and become successful in a lot of ways. A lot of ways.
Yeah. It's just that a lot of people need to be open-minded. Hey, like, don't be enclosed to what you know. Be open to wanting to know more about the world around you, about the country outside Africa.
Talking about that, I think I've also been too judgmental in a way, or too biased in a way throughout the whole episodes.
Oh yeah.
And like looking at that, I feel like I haven't been as open-minded as I say I am. So it's really a process to be open-minded.
It is.
It's a process to be open-minded.
It is.
So most of the things that I say,
you wouldn't say today, right?
I wouldn't say most of the things that I've said today because I've taken time to look back and like saw that this is not right, and I think that's what growing is.
Yeah, that's growth.
Like
that's growth is, and knowledge, learning more, and being open-minded.
Being open-minded too.
Learning more.
It is a process, though.
It is.
It is a process.
But we're growing together. We're growing together.
Yeah, so. Hey, it's a process which everybody needs to go to see life in every way.
Yes.
Like even to be able to put yourself in another person's shoes, like see things from their perspective, from their point of view, so that you're able to understand. Like it also does away with being fixed-minded.
True.
What you know, it's not what it is.
And ask questions.
Yeah, people should ask.
You should ask questions. If you feel like you don't understand,
but then
something.
It's hard to come across as somebody who doesn't know.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that's what happens with most people. Like you get to a situation where you know something, and your knowledge about that something runs out, and now you're starting to lie. Like you start to just
make it up.
You're starting to make it up. Let's say you're talking about something, and then you run out of what you know, and now you're just starting to add up things that you just think are relevant.
Like I feel like people don't want to admit when they're defeated. Hey, like admit when you're wrong. You're wrong. If you don't know, you don't know. I'm not scared to say it. If I don't know something, I don't know. Enlighten me. Tell me more.
It's being open to learning.
Yeah, that's being open to learning. If you don't know something, you don't know something. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, it's crazy because it goes with how you even approach life. Like your knowledge. If you know you are limited to what, it's knowing your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
If you know what's your limit, you are able to improve from that and overcome. You don't just adapt. So if you have broad knowledge, or you are open to gather more knowledge than what you have, you are able to approach life in a very different way than how you would if you just had a fixed mind.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, and at the end of the day, you should also look at it in a way of you only know what you know. So you can't really know everything else. So you have to be open-minded to know everything else, not to just know what you know and look at everything else and say something about it.
But some people are not open to learning. You know, I've been in a situation where we were talking about something and people started, like the people we were talking, like the people in that group started mixing information, and when that was pointed out, violence ensued from the whole.
Yeah, other people get like physical when they can't use words anymore.
Yeah, when you're trying to teach a person something, when you're trying to, you know, enlighten them about something, it gets violent. I was surprised about the whole situation. Like, I was surprised to witness everything because, like, for me personally, if somebody corrects me or somebody wants to correct the statement I made, I won't have any violence actions against that. Like, if I said something wrong, I take it back.
Yeah,
you teach me what. Yeah, you teach me what it is, and we move on.
Move on. We grow. You grew. You gained more knowledge.
Yeah, so I guess that's what it's crazy with how people react to it. Some are just stubborn.
It goes back to parenthood, hey?
Yeah.
If you act like that, what are you teaching your kids?
Yeah. If you act like that, what are you teaching your kids? But then the craziest part is it's not something you can just spread in people. As much as we may say people need to be, or people must, or people should, or there's a need to have an open mind state. There are those who are just not into it. How they living gets them by,
and it's fine
for them.
And that's also okay.
Yeah, you know,
that's also okay if it works for you.
It's what you do. As long as it makes you sleep at night. As long as it makes you sleep at night, you're good. But how about those who are unable to sleep with what they do? People who do crime, people who steal, people who rape, people who you know, some people do things that don't make them sleep at night. Like they.
But how do you know that? Probably they sleep so peacefully at night. We don't know how people's brains are wired, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. How do you think a person becomes a serial killer? You kill one person, doesn't that traumatize you? You continue killing 50 people.
Isn't it?
You sleep well. You must sleep very well at night. You must sleep very well at night.
So basically, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it gets you by.
Yeah, that is, it gets them by. Who knows? Maybe if. Yeah, but then I should. You'll never know.
But then, you know, do you remember that idea that I ran past you?
What?
But then, about opening up space for people or artists in a way to
submit them,
like submit their work. We promote that, play it on the channel and stuff like that. I think we should implement it.
Hey? Yes, we should support each other.
That's the thing. It's black empowerment. It's growing each other in every way. Like if one is what's this? What is it? What are you called when you are a painter? But then
you are an artist. Any artist of any form or any kind.
Yeah, any artist of any form and any kind.
Yes.
Yeah,
can submit your work.
If there are people who are interested into having their work promoted on the channel and marketed with promo videos and stuff like that, they can hit us up. There's an email on the channel. They can hit us up on that email, send their work, and we'll broadcast it here.
Yes, and our email is wokeconversations@gmail.com. But then we'll also include it in the description box.
Yeah, it will be in the description box.
Yes,
you know, it's funny how English always gets in my mouth. Like sometimes words. Sometimes words. The other day I wanted to say subscribe. Yes. Oh, the things I say.
What did you say?
No, I'm not gonna repeat that. Hey? I'm not gonna repeat that. But then
English is our second language after all, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm. But then it's used everywhere, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's used everywhere.
Yeah.
Funny. Very funny.
Hey.
I wonder why.
It's crazy.
But then are there countries who have like their own like indigenous languages?
Every country
9
has.
languages. Which country? Russia speaks Russian.
Oh no. I'm like, I don't know.
Canadian. Mexican speaks Mexicans.
Is it?
Mexican, I think. Spanish. Is it Spanish? I think it's Spanish in Mexico. Mm-hmm. But then languages like ours. Mm-hmm. 9. Is it 9 or 11? I think it's 11. 11 official languages. It's 11 official languages.
What's 9? Is it 9
provinces? Provinces, I think. Yeah.
9 provinces. Yeah. 7 official languages.
Hey, like it's crazy, eh? Mm-hmm. But then I think it's because of how diverse our country is.
Hey.
Like, South Africa is rich in resources, the people, the culture, everything. Like it's one of the most richest countries
in Africa.
In and cultural practices. But then, other than that, I think we are failing. We are falling. Other than that, we are losing our authenticity.
We're starting to transition to look like other, not even look like, but to be like other African countries, especially because of like the cost of living now, how we're struggling. We also
we're
slowly becoming like the rest of the African countries.
And we were one who was privileged enough to be developing.
We were the savior.
Yeah, basically every country looked up to South Africa as the savior. Yes. But then we have things going on right now that are not like shut up. Like a whole person who's in power
saying shut up.
Yeah, like I think there were it was a meeting about violence and stuff like that.
Yes,
a whole minister reacted like that to a person giving their point of view. So if we still have a doubt, like old people in the parliament, I think we will not see the day of light. We need you.
It all started when there were fights there at Parliament. Yo, that was like embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. Imagine that. Old people fighting physically because they can't agree. They can't agree to each other with words. Remember though that other video that you showed me, a guy who charged money and he was asked about it in Parliament,
and he pretended like he's fainting.
And he pretended like he's fainting. So if we still have those kind of people who are supposed to lead us doing those kind of things, we will not get anywhere.
Imagine how the world looks at us.
Yeah, hey,
even if they wanted to help us, oh wow.
We gotta just empower each other. We just gotta promote each other and get to a point where we shine.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I feel like that's the only way out. Make money.
Move out of South Africa.
And pray
for South Africa. Like literally. Okay. I guess that's all we had for this episode. It was really great.
Hey, it was a great
episode. So far. Like we are so far. Like it's crazy how we got here. Like,
and we're still going forward.
We're still going forward. So keep subscribing, keep liking, and share the videos.
Yes.
And comment what you think about everything.
Yes.
We are open to be improved by our listeners. Engage with us in every way.
Yes, and please follow us on all our social media accounts.
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, and here on YouTube. So yeah. We appreciate the love, guys.
Much appreciated. And all the viewers who haven't hit that subscribe button, subscribe, guys. I think most people haven't signed in to their Google accounts, so they're unable to like subscribe in a way. But then those who haven't signed in, they should learn how to sign in or sign in with their email and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we keep going.
Let's keep this train moving. Let's move forward.
We are out.
Bye.